Somewhere in Ishashi, Ogun State, there's this man. I won't mention his name for the sake of his family and those who know them. But at the end of the story, if you know them, please comment below and tell us more about them or what you know about them. Well, this man, I'll call him Mr. Joseph. Mr. Joseph married a very beautiful woman. She is very fair because, and her fairness is original. I am saying it's original because despite all the hardship, all the issues that she was going through in her husband's house, this woman was still looking very fair to show you that it's not a bottle fairness, it's an original one. Okay, according to what I heard, this man married this woman before she turned 18, meaning he married her as a minor. Okay, they didn't really get married, they eloped, yes. She's like the only daughter of her family, and because he knew that her family would not allow them get married, convinced her and they eloped. Now, after eloping, they came to Lagos. From there, they moved to the States. They moved to Akute. Here in Akute, they have their own house. They live there with their children. But, we've heard stories of people who eloped and they lived happily ever after, especially in Disney movies. But those ones, they lived sadly ever after because it was from one beating to another, from one blow to another, from one hospitalization to another. This man was giving this woman back to back, like everyday beating. There's no rest. This man, I can't say he's wealthy. No, he's not. But he's okay. He's living okay. He has his house, he has a job, he has some change, and he has his car. But his wife was living like a pauper. I don't know why some men do that. Why should you be like that and your wife is living like someone from the streets? You need to see their children are worse. This man's wife sells different things from one business to another, from vegetable to pepper, different things. She does different businesses just to survive because he does not give them money to feed. And when it comes to beating, neither the wife nor the children escapes him. He beats them like he's beating criminals. There are sometimes when the fight, in fact, there was this incident where he threw one of his daughter from the second story down. He did the same thing to his wife and she broke her leg. This woman was going through a lot. People around were asking, don't you have a family? At least you should go back to your family. What did you do to your family that they can't forgive you? Because this treatment is inhumane. This man is treating you like you are a dog. Even a dog is better off. But this woman, I probably people were advising her to stay behind. He's your husband, the father of your children, and all that. Women. Well, she stayed. And every time they talk to her, she will say she has nowhere to go. You have nowhere to go. Do you want to die? She was suffering this abuse. And this man was working in the legal department. Yes, he was working in the legal department, so he knew what he was doing was wrong. But he kept doing it because nobody was talking. Everybody around was minding their business. Well, it's not my business, it's not my business. And I can't really blame them when people do things like that because women, you can call human rights on the husband and she will deny and say, no, he's not like that. So blah blah, and you become the bad person. So everybody ignored. People were just trying to advise the woman secretly to run away from the husband's house, but she didn't. Anyway, during grew up, some of them left home and just a few were left behind. This man from his workplace brought one pipirimpi, one lady that was looking like crayfish. She was feeling all fly. He brought the lady in. I don't know why women, we are our own enemy. I don't know. We are own enemies. Because why should you come into a man's house? You see his wife sleeping in the shop, not even in the main building. She was sleeping in the shop. Then you come in thinking you are the one who will change this man, thinking, oh, they fell out of love and the woman refused to leave. She's bugging his life. He loves me and I'm going to come in. Yorubas will say the same broom that was used to chase the first wife away is waiting at the door for the second wife. Well, he brought in this young lady. They were both, living the life, lovers and all that. His wife was suffering. This woman was feeding from hand to mouth. In fact, there are days when this woman does not get food to eat. This happened in Ishashi, somewhere in Ishashi in Akuti, Ogun State. Okay, it continues that way. This woman became sick. No money, no care, no nothing. And guess what? This woman died. She died inside her shop. She had a husband, but she died inside her shop. Along the line, a few years down the line, this man also died. So my question is, what did he gain from treating his wife that way? These two people died, especially the woman. She died for nothing. Why should you stay in an abusive marriage? Why are you with a man who keeps abusing you? They are different. A man does not need to lay his hands on you before you know he's abusing you. Some men will abuse you financially, emotionally, mentally. There are different ways a person can abuse you, and it doesn't just go one way. There are some abusive women also. There are some women who abuse their husbands. But this woman just died for nothing. What were the grown children looking at? Why didn't they take their mother out of that house? That has always been my question. Why did you leave your mother in your father's house to suffer? Knowing that you also escaped his abuse. You ran away because you couldn't take it. So why did you leave your mother who had nowhere to go? If you know this family I'm talking about, please leave your comments below. Do not forget to like and share. And if you know someone who is going through abuse, please do not be quiet. Talk to them. Sometimes we need to save people from themselves. If they don't want to take the step, help them take the step. Yes, become the bad person, but at least save a life.